ready. We're prepared. Do not give in to fear. We are fearless. This is not the time to be afraid. This is a time to stand up and fight back and to resist any temptation for them to divide us. We're in this together. The rule of law is on our side. We will not give in, not give up. We will not capitulate. We will not bow. We will not bend. We will survive.
As the world turns, I'm going to talk about Bove's confirmation, and they have a new head of the CDC. The first time in 70 years, this person does not have a medical degree. Listen, we are in Honey Boo Boo meets Duck Dynasty meets the Real Housewives of Washington. I mean, it is the reality show from hell that none of us signed up for. We didn't sign the NDA, so we should all be talking. We should all be running our mouths and telling people what is going on. We have politicians who, for maybe the last 30 years, got to be celebrities. They got to be like Donald Trump was on The Apprentice, and raise a whole lot of money. A lot of these knuckle dragging, trailer trash ass people got to become millionaires because they're in Congress now, and they get to raise money for being horrible people, like Marjorie Taylor Greene, like Lauren Boebert, like Matt Gaetz, and all of these guys that got to raise money off of being terrible people. There was a benefit, there was an incentive, and it drove folk to donate, which is wild. It's so wild. But I was looking at a story today that will be probably in the Atlantic on Jasmine Crockett. She has, they said, privately trashed Bernie Sanders and Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. Unless I hear from her mouth, I'm not going to believe it, but I'm going to talk about this story because I think it's important from a standpoint that we should not put any of these people on pedestals. Not even Jasmine Crockett. We can love her fire and her all of the things that she shows up, and the clapbacks and all of the words that come out of her mouth. We can love it. At the same time, she is a public servant. So we know in May she was eyeing a bid to become the senior Democrat on the House Oversight Committee, and fellow Democrats pushed back. So they didn't want her there. And of course, the Republicans don't want her there. And during the meeting, she was asked about her relationship with Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, according to this new profile that will be in the Atlantic. And that's pretty much a venerable news outlet. It's not, the New York Post. It's not even TMZ. The Atlantic has been pretty solid. Anyway, this is what she allegedly said. She pointed to AOC and Sanders. They have a tour, Fighting Oligarchy, the Fighting Oligarchy tour. Has any of you gone to this? They're touring around the country. Apparently it's sold out, so they're selling tickets. I'm not sure. I'm not well versed on this Fighting Oligarchy tour, because it's not something I would be interested in going to, for no other reason than it just I don't know how this gets us to the place we want to be. I don't know. So if you go, like I'm going on the website right now, Fighting Oligarchy, upcoming stops, check back soon. So then there's a donate page, which, that's fine. They were in Fort Worth, Texas on June 22nd. Oh, they were in Texas on June 22nd, Amarillo. They were in Tulsa on the 21st. It would seem like Shreveport, Louisiana, important states, Texas, and another Texas date on the 20th. And I'm saying this, let me put this out there, because I was thinking about planning an Urban View tour. But it would be a little different than this, because I actually want to listen in each place. Are they opening the mic? I guess they are. Are they just talking to people? Are they talking with people? My idea is I want us to go out, Urban View, because I think we have some amazing, dope people on this channel, and go to different swing states. Not call them swing states. They're not swing states. Important states like Louisiana, like Mississippi, like Alabama, like Texas, like parts of Philly, Pennsylvania, going to the places where the people are. And like Wes Moore said yesterday in this clip that I played, talk to the people who are being ignored and find out what they need. As I say, everyone lives somewhere. What do you need? Flint, Michigan just got their pipes redone, but what has the toll been on Flint, Michigan over the last decade. Maybe we should go to Flint, Michigan. Like, I'm still working through it in my mind, but I want you guys to participate. So before we announce where we're going to actually talk, but it's also a way to say thank you to our listeners. I know Clay and Reese are out in them streets. I've been out in them streets for like foolishness, for comedy stuff. And of course, Healthy, Wealthy, Wise is not the same, but to have us out and then have people from those places, definitely Maryland, come and talk, but also more important, listen to the people in these places about what they need and how we get them the resources and rights. I think that's important. I don't know that this is that tour at all. And Jasmine Crockett categorized it this way. She said it's a good idea, but one that ultimately, this is according to The Atlantic, ultimately was constructed just to boost the brands of the two lawmakers. This is what she's quoted as saying. She said this tour kind of makes people be like, oh, it's about them, right? Instead of the team. Listen, none of these people are our friends. I don't know these people. Some people get mad at me for my stance on Bernie Sanders. I played a Bernie Sanders clip yesterday because I'm going to extract the good out of all of the situations and use them to build the world that I want to live in, that I want to live in with you. But listen, people should be criticized. If they're coming into a black space like this and talking to people about poverty and criminal justice reform, which we do need, but those aren't the biggest issues that are confronting black people in this time. And even then, 10 years ago. And if you can't listen to that, you're tone deaf. And if you're out there and you're popular, that's great. Popularity has its place, but we need people who are going to actually do some things, like the women that formed this conference yesterday that I talked about. People I hadn't heard of besides Ida B. Wells decided that they were going to come together to make a plan to get things done for black people in 1895. So what are we doing today? So I bring all of this up because I want to have a conversation. I'm going to be on this show with you today. We have one guest, Brian Vines from Consumer Reports. We're going to have him on later on, but yesterday we had the great Reverend Dr. Otis Moss III, so I couldn't get to all of the calls. Lines were still lit by the time we got off the air yesterday, so I apologize for people who were holding on. But I'm going to get to, let's have a conversation. Let's have a real conversation. 866-801-8255. So I wanted to kind of start there and then juxtapose this kind of what I see as, celebrity worship in the body of politicians, which should be oxymoronic. No politician should be a celebrity. We shouldn't even care whether we like them or not. We should care about what they've done and what they're willing to do and then hold them accountable. This should not be about whether they make me feel good. Because a lot of people that make you feel good, I'm going to say less about that. Then today, this Emil Bove guy that we've been talking about, he was confirmed. This is a guy that told the people in the Justice Department to F the law. Don't follow the law. Do what we tell you to do. He was confirmed as a federal judge. A person that told people to disobey the law is now going to be in charge of the law. He was confirmed yesterday. 50-49 to be in the U.S. Court of Appeals for the Third Circuit. Now that's in my backyard, so I care. His confirmation followed a contentious weeks-long vetting process. We know that he's trash. 3 whistleblowers came forward and complained about this man. And please Google search or DuckDuckGo search or Yahoo search. We got to search multiple places now. Emil, E-M-I-L, Bove, B-O-V-E. And you'll see the laundry list of problematic things this person has done. And he's now going to be a judge. And they're teeing him up to be on the Supreme Court. Okay, so we're going to have an interesting time if the midterms continues to uphold this current craziness that we're in. Cory Booker, another person who's not our friend. He's not a celebrity. He is okay, so this is about something else. Okay, I won't play that clip then. I still got 60 clips. I'm going to get to them clips today. by the way. We got rid of 2, so I got 58 clips. I'm going to play that clip today, Smith. Maybe not that one. Maybe I should play Cory Booker just because he said I'm standing up for Jersey. And I like, okay. All right. So Cory Booker, not our friend. Politician, servant. He does a lot of performative things. Somebody said it looks like he's constantly auditioning for Hamilton, which made me actually laugh out loud. Even thinking this particular speech, maybe it's like Cory Booker is constantly. But at the same time, I just want to know how does this help us, other than to say, "Yay"? Is this an audition for something? Anyway, so he these comments that you're about to hear came as they wanted to the Senate wanted to fast track a bipartisan package of bills that would, of course, hurt us. The bills that would increase funding and resources for police departments. Do police need more money? Do they need more money? So Booker blocked the effort and proposed an amendment requiring public safety grants to be allotted without political bias. I agree with that. And I also want to take it one step further. An activist like Davon Love said, if there's no community oversight of police, then there's no real reform. So is that in this bill? But anyway, here's what Cory Booker said about this. Play it.
That's why I'm standing here. Don't question my integrity. Don't question my motives. I'm standing for Jersey. I am standing for my police officers. I'm standing for the Constitution, and I'm standing for what's right. And dear God, if you want to come at me that way, you're going to have to take it up with me, because there's too much on the line right now in America. As people's due process rights and freedom of the speech rights and secret police are running around this country, picking people up off the streets who have a legal right to be here. There's too much going on in this country. When are we going to stand together for principles that I just heard that we're agreed with? When are we going to stand together?
You're probably not. Those people have made a decision. They are all in. They put all of their chips in. Project 2025, whiteness, all of it. They're going to vote against their teeth, their health care. They're going to vote against all of that. The folk in Congress with you in the Senate, they have already made their decision. They're going to say one thing. Susan Collins, I don't agree. And then she's going to get in there and vote. Lisa Murkowski, this is wrong. I don't feel safe. Then she's gonna go in and vote against her interests. Alaska, dangerous ass state that it is. She gonna go vote against because they're not voting for what's right and wrong, Cory Booker, and you know this. So stop playing in our faces too. Let me just say that this is a little performative because you know, and if the people are kikiing in your face, tell us that too. Name names. Stop playing. Y'all go out to dinner, drinks, eat together, all of this, and then they go and do what they've been doing. And Jasmine Crockett seems to be the only one to tell the truth about everybody. So I appreciate that. So not putting her on a pedestal, I appreciate it because it does feel like something else. I'm all for a tour. Usher, Beyonce, all of this, but politically, what should be done right now? Is this the best we can do with the time and the people energy? Are you planning something at each of these? Is there some sort of underground thing happening at these rallies where it's sold out? If it's not, then I don't know. I don't know what it is. This means how much are the tickets? Is it free? Is it free? Because I can go on the website and watch them. And they are rock stars. Both of them are very entertaining. Bernie Sanders and he's going to talk to you about the same. He's going to talk and he's going to throw his hands and his mittens are going to be out there. He's going to do all of that. He's going to give you numbers. And AOC is a great orator. Baby girl. But we need people working and rolling up their sleeves right now and strategizing and organizing. Y'all are the politicians are uniquely suited. Y'all got bank, you got money, and you got numbers. Let's use it.
We're ready. We're prepared. Do not give in to fear. We are fearless. This is not the time to be afraid. This is a time to stand up and fight back, and to resist any temptation for them to divide us. We're in this together. The rule of law is on our side. We will not give in, not give up. We will not capitulate. We will not bow. We will not bend. We